Can you hear now? Something is wrong though. Can you hear me now? Speaker phone. No. Still no volume. Wow. I don't know what to press again. This is the phone I've been using all day. Wow. 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 No volume. This is serious. Wow. No volume. Wow. No volume. This is serious. Okay, you can hear now. Onye, please come on back. Onye, please. If Onye is here, send.
I'm here.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
Onye, can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Hello, Onye.
I can hear you. I can hear you.
Hello.
I can
Hello,
hear you
Onye. Can
now.
you hear me?
Yes, yes, I can hear you now.
Hello, Onye.
I can hear you.
Onye, this thing is hanging. Can you hear me? Wow.
Ooh, hello, everyone. Good evening. I don't know. Can I be heard? Can anyone hear me? It seems Pastor is off again. Hello? Hello?
Sorry, please, can you all hear me? I need to know what. I don't know what's going on. Ugh. So,
Okay, I don't know. What do we do? Since it seems she can't hear me, but I can hear her very well. And I guess we can all hear me as well. What do you think? What do we do? Do I go ahead? Do we tell her so that we can run tonight? This is just somehow. The network is really terrible. All right, so what do we do? What do we do so that we can run? And she needs to be here as well. Mm.
Well, I don't know what is going on. I can't seem to see Model Onye here anymore.
I'm here. Oh,
Um,
I'm here.
Tonight is just not going as we planned it. Should we continue or should we just end it? I don't know. I don't know what's going on. I can't see Model Onye. Can any of you see or hear her? I can't see her anywhere.
I can see you, oh, and I
I
can
can't
hear
see
you.
her.
I can see you and I can hear you. I can hear you, ma.
I can't see her anywhere. Can anybody see Model Onye? I can't see her here. Ah, this is not how we planned this thing. Can you see her? She can hear and see you. Wow. Okay, so maybe I will let me just, only her camera is blank, but we can see her.
Can I be heard? Maybe you tell her that you can see me and hear me as well. I don't know. The network is really, really terrible this night.
So I'm just going to leave. I'm just going to leave right now and let's have I'm just going to leave right now and let's have I'm just going to leave right now and let's
Okay, so I think we're just going to get started. Let me read the comments. Huh. My camera is. This is serious. Can you see me? Can you hear me? So that we can just start. Can you see me? Can you hear me? Somebody said my camera is blank. I can see myself here. Oh, Jesus. Please let me know so that we can just do something tonight. And okay, you can see me and hear me. All right, thank you for the feedback. So let's just run, and I believe that we'll still get something tonight regardless of the hitches. So good evening, everybody. My name is Oyinye Chooks Oji, and tonight our mentor has given me the assignment to share with us on how we can engage our children this holiday. Okay, so let's just run because we've wasted some time and see how far we can go this night. Now, this period is a period I understand pretty well that the holiday season is here, and a lot of parents are really, really busy. Justifiably so. We are so busy with so much, and the economy is not smiling on anybody, and we just want to, run and run and run. During the last graduation party, my daughter graduated from primary and she'll be going to secondary school. And sitting with parents in that meeting, a lot of people were just complaining about the holiday, and it's the long vacation. So how do we even do it? I need to go to work. I need to do this. I need to do that. I do not have time with a lot of the things, and spending time with the children and a lot of activities that come with holiday. You really need to be available. You're not as free as you used to be, because you wake up in the morning, you keep your children in school, you have the whole day at least till school dismisses, and then you come back with the children. Especially for some of us who don't have nannies, who don't have extra help, it really is not so easy this season. So I'm here to share with us some of the things we can begin to do to engage our children, and so that they can also learn during the holidays, and then we don't go crazy. We don't go crazy all in the, in the holiday fever and holiday season. It is usually a scary moment for parents. On social media, you see people looking for where to send their children, looking for holiday lessons to send their children to, and even shipping their children to their grandmas. See, all in the bid that we are very busy and we don't have time. Now, this is just to help us create time and see what we can do to also help our children. They don't just waste away in the house, play all through without learning something. So the holiday season is a period that they can learn other things aside academics. Now, what is the holiday season? The dictionary defines it as a time when someone does not go to work or go to school, but the person is free to do what they want, either to travel or to just simply relax. So the holiday season is actually for relaxation. Taking time out of what you used to do and doing something different. As parents, the holiday season is actually a golden opportunity to really focus on the children, get to know your children, connect with them, and also help them. See areas that they need help, basically. And you know what? Aside from the intelligence quotient, which is what we get from academics, there are other areas that your children need to actually be a wholesome human. So the IQ is one. We have what we call the SQ. So the SQ is in two parts: the social quotient. We have the spiritual quotient as well. We have the emotional quotient. And then we have what we call the adversity quotient. And all these things are skills that the children need to learn before they turn 18 for them to become adults. So we need time to begin to instill these other quotients and other skills in our children. And there's no better time to do that than the holiday season, because they spend more of their times, hours of the day in school. So when they are no longer in school focusing on academics, they will have this same amount of time or even more to focus on other things. We have that same amount of time to focus on other things. I need to know if, just give me a moment, let me be sure that I can be heard. Okay, I can be heard. Okay. So let's continue. And you know what? This is the time to focus on other things. And the holiday season is also a time where things can go wrong if you're not paying attention. Things can go wrong. A lot of things, can happen while you are away and the children are at home. Even while you take them to their mother, to the grandma's place, to the auntie's place, things can go wrong if you are not paying attention and if you are not equipping your children. Okay, thank you. You can hear me. Thank you so much, Oma Mary. Thank you. All right. Now, that is why you need to adequately protect your children and engage them. Aside trying to instill other skills, things can go wrong if we just say, let's go and dump them somewhere. And we are not paying attention to what is there, what is going on there. Or even at home, a lot of molestations go on during holidays. Even sibling molesting each other, incest, so many things, keeping them in the neighbor's house. So many things happen. So the holiday period, we need to properly protect them and also engage them. So my assignment tonight is to share with us the different things we can do to engage our children these holidays. And before I go into that, I want to share with us the things that you will be needing this holiday, the things you will be needing this holiday to make it memorable and also to maximize the opportunity. Remember, it is a golden opportunity to instill so many things that your children need to thrive. It's a golden opportunity to connect with your children because you have time to spend with them. Now, one of the things is that you need structures. One of the things you need this holiday is structures. Structures, very important. You need structures. What are structures? That things are done. We know what happens in this house. We know what goes on in the house. Nothing is on assumption. Nothing is by chance. We just wake up in the morning and just start living our lives like that. No. For this holiday, you must intentionally put up structures, and I'm going to be sharing some of that with us. You also need routines. So routines are part of the structure. Structure is like the bigger picture. Routines are what breaks it down. We know what to do per time. The 24 hours a day is accounted for. There is no hour, there is no time of the day that is just on nothing. It has to be accounted for. From when you wake up till they go to bed, it has to be accounted for. Why are you doing this? You're putting in this structure to actually help your children. Structure teaches self-leadership. So if you're able to get your children to follow a structure, understand structure, they can self-lead themselves. They can lead themselves. And that's the whole aim, that when we are not there, our children know what to do. I don't have to be there to continue to shepherd you all the time. So you'll be needing a lot of structures this holiday. The second thing, like I said, is routine. The third one is emotional intelligence and control. Emotional intelligence and control. You will agree with me that this is the time where they will cry 100 times a day. They will sibling rivalry, because they're always together. So it's either they are dragging for toy or they are dragging for this. Today, like, I have 5 kids, and at some point 4 of them were crying at the same time. And if you're not in control, if you don't have a firm grip on your emotions, you will lose it. And that's why you hear a lot of parents say they have shouted 10 times already. You see people put out on social media and everybody is laughing. It's not really funny, because people can, if you need your sanity intact this holiday. So you need a lot of emotional intelligence and control. Keep a tab on your emotion so that you can remain sane. You need to remain sane so you do other things. So I'm going to be sharing what we can do with that. Now, the next thing you need, the fourth thing you need this holiday, is your playful side. Yes, everything is serious in this. Okay, sorry about that. I hope I can still be heard. Okay, like I was saying, you need your playful side. See, I know we are serious in this country, and things that are happening in this country, they are very, very serious. But it's not the fault of our children. We must play. See, dear mother, this is the mothers group. So if you were just parents, husbands and parents, fathers and mothers, I will generalize it. So, but dear moms, please take away your serious side. Once you are in the house with the children, try and play with them. Be their playmaster. Play with your children. This is part of connecting with your children. So you're going to design different kinds of play that you're going to be doing with your children this period. Do a lot of play. Try to instill things that will make everybody laugh. Touch your children, hug them, call them names, let them laugh. All right? That's another thing you need this holiday, because they need to relax. You too. You also need that playful side of you. We are too serious with so many things. So please bring your playful side this holiday. The fifth one is that you need the ability to be able to spot teachable moments and use them appropriately. You are with them, you're going to spend a lot of times with them. You have to intentionally look out for what we call the teachable moments, because the holiday season is also a period to teach, like I said, instill other skills that they need. So things are going to be happening in every day-to-day activities that will present you an opportunity to teach something. So you need that ability to discern a teachable moment and use it effectively. So today something could be happening with the children, and you feel that, oh, this is what happens. Okay, no, in the actual sense, you need to do it like this. So why do you think this happened? Right? You find out what the child is thinking about, and then you teach the correct thing. You need that ability this holiday because there's so much to teach our children with little time available. Now, the sixth one is that you need time. You need time. Time is the currency of destiny. The I don't have time is so much with our parents today. You hear a lot of people say there's no time. Truth is, we make time for what is important for us. Now, our children, they are important. I don't need to ask us, are they important? I know they are very important, but then we need to move beyond just knowing that they are important and actually doing things to show that they are important. We need time. We are co-parenting with God, right? And we need to shepherd these destinies. We need time to be able to shepherd the destiny. Now, when I talked about routine, how do you begin to set up this routine? You know, ideally, the family system and children need, the Bible says you should train a child the way the child will go. One of the ways to do that is to put up structures. And in that structure, there has to be a routine that the child knows this is the time to sleep. This is the time to wake up. And when I wake up, this is exactly what I need to do. And after doing that, this is the next thing I need to do. The child does not run on assumption. The child does not run on, okay, you keep telling them what to do per time. So now what you can do tonight is to sit down and craft a routine. I said I was going to bring it, but this one where nobody's seeing me. I don't know how we're going to do it. To show us, craft a routine that you sit down. You can either sit with your children and craft this routine, or depending on their age, but usually good to do it with them. So years ago, I had to sit with my children and we crafted a routine. So when you wake up 5:30 a.m., this is what you do. You brush, you have your bath, you take your breakfast, you get to school. All right. So usually the devotion come in the evening because the mornings are always too tight. But during the holidays, we also expand it because once it's time to leave and go to school, we are no longer going to school. So there are other things that has to be done. So what we did was that, and each holiday we review it and look at the new things we want to do. So wake up. So we can move wake up time because this is holiday. We don't need to wake up so early. So we can move wake up time to either 6:30 or 7 a.m. Ideally, they go to bed very early. All right. So they wake up early. So in my home, before 6:30, 7 p.m., everybody's in bed. I started it when the first one was still a baby. Right. So that culture had simmered. And that's how I'm able to sit here with you. Because if 5 of them were screaming around, I can't sit here. I can't. Because there is a routine. Right? So you wake up by that time, you brush, you know the dynamics of your own family. So because they sleep early, they wake up and they are hungry earlier. So we try to they have their bath, they brush, they have their bath, then they take breakfast, and then they begin to do the chores for the day. So on a separate roster, there is a roster for chores. So this is how you create the structures. So there has to be a roster that everybody knows what they do per day. So on Monday, you're doing this. On Tuesday, you're doing that. So once the breakfast is off, the roster is there. Whoever is washing the plate, you're clearing the dishes, you're going to the kitchen, you're doing the dishes. The other person is handling the room. The other person is handling the living room. That's how it's done. So I don't need to be saying, how have you not cleared here? Do you know you will not do this? Who is going? I'll start pointing out. Everybody knows what to do. And there is another list that is consequences. When you don't do what you're supposed to do, we all sat down and created the consequences. So in their room, it's full of papers pasted on the wall. One is the structure, the other one is the routine, the other one is the chore, the other one is the consequence, and I have my peace and calm. So you follow the routine. So for instance, trying to give us an idea of what to do with the routine. So after your chores, now this holiday, we decided that they're going to start reading. So we started reading the New Testament during the last holiday. So this holiday, we said, okay, let's go to the Old Testament. So after the chores, straight, they read 2 chapters every day. Reading 2 chapters every day, they discuss what they learned, they write it down, then they go ahead and do, because we do speaking. Okay, I'm going to start going to that. So I'm just trying to give us different ideas so you can look at your dynamics for the day, right? And put those routines and paste it where the children can see it. The idea is that every hour of your day is accounted for. Whether you are in the house or you're not in the house, the children know what to do. So your own is to follow up and ensure that it becomes an integral part of them. So over time, you have raised children who can lead themselves. Wherever they are, they can fit in and lead themselves. Now, this is one way to parent with peace and calm. I won't be the one to be screaming every morning, who is going to wash this plate? Why can't you wash? The roster is there. So my job is to, after you are done with your breakfast, and I'm supposed to, like, in 30 minutes time, all chores should be done. And I come and I see the chores not done. There's no need to scream now. The consequences are there waiting for you. And one of the consequences that maybe if you don't wash if you're doing the dishes and you don't do it appropriately and you don't even do it on time, you are going to repeat that chore for the next 3 days, including your chore for that day. I don't know if it's making sense to us. So you're supposed to do the dishes today. Number one, you didn't do it. You are grumbling or you just abandoned it and went to do something else with your life. No issues. I'm not talking. The thing is that the consequences, you're washing the dishes. You're doing the dishes for the next 3 days. And tomorrow, you're supposed to be doing another thing, maybe doing the laundry. You do the dishes and do the laundry. So whoever is doing the dishes tomorrow is lounging. So that way, I am not hounding. So they are in the house, but they know what to do. Now, this is giving us an idea of how to craft a daily routine. This is one way that you don't have to be screaming and doing all the work. So for those of us who don't have nannies, this is how I do it. And I am not overwhelmed because everybody, and what did he do to these children? He made them become so independent. They are so domesticated, even the smallest one, who is 4. Okay, so now let us look at the activities that you can actually begin to do, and I'm going to share with us indoor activities and then some of the outdoor activities. You can now decide which one can you do, which day will you put this, and you can see that if you sit down, you can craft something that will take you the whole of the holiday. That's what we did. So I sat down and decided the school is dismissing. Their school closed on so date on 12th of July. It's going to resume on the 9th of September. Now, from 12th to 9th, I have created a calendar of what is going to be happening from now till school resumes. So nobody wakes up without knowing what to do. So there is no chaos. There is order, at least to a very large extent. Now, number one, let me share a few things that we should not even do this. Realize that your children are children. So as you do this and as you embark on this holiday, please realize that they are children and that you need to recognize the expected behaviors and relax. Please drink a lot of cold water as a parent so that you don't lash out. You don't, they are children and children will always be children. Resist the urge to yell too much, to be impatient, and even to throw what I call adult tantrums. Children are the ones that should be throwing tantrums. This holiday, we're going to be seeing a lot of adult tantrums because, you have talked and nobody seems to be listening. Now, the mess and the chaos, they all come with the territory of parenting. Please just take it with Jesus' joy. Now, what are the indoor activities that you can begin to do today? Number one is you can decide to craft a weekly presentation for your children. Weekly presentation. I know this will keep them engaged and also teach them on those skills that we talked about: the emotional quotient, the social quotient, the adversity quotient, the spiritual quotient. They are going to be learning. They are going to be honing these skills while they are on holiday. And it's fun. These are fun activities. So you can decide to do a weekly presentation. We started it immediately the school ended. So they've done 2 sets, right? They started it a week before the school ended. When they are done with the examinations, I just gave them, they were at home that week before the graduation. I told them, all right, we're starting the presentation, weekly presentation, and everybody just goes ahead, researches on any topic of their choice. So I usually allow them to just use their discretion. Whatever topic you're comfortable with, your job is to go and look at it, research on it. If your children have computers that they have access, controlled internet access, they can research on it. They can use their textbooks, just read any topic on their textbook. The idea is that they learn how to read, craft their own words, then present it to you. You are the audience, maybe you and your husband and the other children, they are the audience. So I usually do that every Sunday evening. So after the Sunday evening, you present, as they are presenting this speech to you, or their research, whatever topic they are doing, however they want to present it, you are now noting their diction, their pronunciation, their stage management, how they're able to look at their audience, those things. You're honing their public speaking skills. They're learning new words, they're learning English, they're having fun, everybody's laughing, and I usually attach gifts to it. So all through the weeks, you find that there is a time where you go and sit down and work on your presentation. Everybody's trying to present something that will wow everybody. So the first time they did it, there was a lot of mistakes, stage management, moving around. I had to stand up, did my own, say, okay, this is how you move, this is how you do that. And when you're talking, your hand movements, you move your hand, but not too much, all those things. And they were learning. Now, the second time we did it last week, it was much better. They've already started rehearsing for the next week. So this is something you can do. They are engaged, they are learning other skills. All right. Now, the second one is, even as a busy professional, you can give them this task and go to work, go for your business, and they are busy at home because there's a routine. The second one is that you can organize a debate for your children. As little as, so if they have not been used to debates, you can just go on YouTube, find videos of debates where people have done debates, students have done debates. When children watch other people, that's how I got them to start watching speeches and doing speeches. I had to bring videos of small children, 3-year-old, 2-year-olds, 4-year-olds, standing on stage, TEDx talks, all those TEDx children TEDx talks, talking with so much authority and power. And they were like, wow, so children can do this. And that's how they picked up. So they started learning. I didn't have to convince you. That small child can do it. So they took examples from that and they started doing those presentations. So for debate, you can just organize that. Let them watch something and then give them a topic. Let them just go and prepare something and debate on it. In that, you have the opposing and the proposing side. They're learning teamwork. They're learning social skills, how to talk with people. Okay, this your idea is not okay. Look at this idea. They'll be doing that. You go to work and come back. They are very much engaged and they are learning. Now, the third one is that let them rehearse and present a drama for you. Let them rehearse. I don't know, can I still be heard? Can I still be heard? Can I be heard? I'm not sure I can see comments. Okay. Can I be heard, please? Okay. Okay, let's go on. All right. So they should rehearse and present a drama for you. They should rehearse and present a drama for you. That's another thing. So I told them to do that. I've given them a topic of the drama. And, this is part of teaching your family values. So ideally, everybody should have a family value. So when I looked at the family values we had, all right, okay, you can hear me. Thank you so much. I looked at our family values. We brought it. So we reviewed our family values yesterday. Ideally, we just review it every 2 months. We bring it out and review. So we looked at the family values and I said, I decided let's do a drama that teaches on honesty. Let's do a drama that teaches honesty, because honesty is part of our family values. They explain what honesty is based on what we have been talking about. Okay, do a drama that teaches on honesty. Go and sit down, craft it. So now, in a day, they are preparing their speech. That same day, they will make out time to read 2 chapters of the Old Testament. We're reading 2 chapters every day. That same day, they are bringing out time to organize, a drama. And they are thinking about the drama. So, you can spread this week you're doing that, the other week you're doing this, but there has to be, there's presentation every week, right? So they are planning on the drama. They are sitting down, crafting a story. So that's their creative and imaginative side. They are honing it. They are crafting a story, and everybody's telling them, no, I don't like this story. Let me tell another story. Anyhow you want to do it, just make sure you present something. So they are learning people's skills. They're learning negotiation. They're learning how to present your topic and let people buy your own. No, don't buy it. I don't like that idea. So at the end of the day, you agree on something. So there's teamwork. They are learning all that. So decide on the drama, start acting the drama. So they will tell me they need scarf. I say, okay, take scarf. They tell me they need this one. The person that will be doing mama, they need blouse. I say, take blouse. And they present the drama. So ability to even face the crowd, to act, to take away that shyness, to take away that fear of what will people think. Am I doing it well? They are learning it in the house. They are learning it in the house. They are making all the mistakes at home, and you are managing them. So in your busy schedule, you can decide that you look at your time. Which day are you going to present these things? And the children are busy. They are engaged. Now, another thing you can do is to organize a book reading competition and review. So right now, the children are reading Mama Favor's book, The Girl, Her Gods, and Her Lord. So that book that Mama brought when she came to Enugu, and the other 30-day guide. And then the other girl is reading another book. So what they are doing is read that book every day, a chapter every day, and jot down the lessons. Read the book and jot down the lessons. Read the book and jot down the lessons. Now, the children are learning to read, to write, to put their thoughts into words, to be able to organize their thoughts and form it into words, their own words. They are not copying the book. They are just writing. These things will just, they find it fun. If you try to make it very fun, it's going to be you. And people whose children are not, they don't like reading. When you attach prizes to this, because that's what I do. The best presenter, the best review, you're going to get a gift from me. And everybody is working hard to get the gift. Now the next one you can do is to print, go to Google. Okay, I brought out the paper. If you go to Google and search for printable color pages on Google, I just sent the next batch to my printer to print and photocopy it. It teaches, it just coloring, and it has age appropriate coloring. So for those that toddlers can color, for older adults. So this is one of them. This is another one that I don't know if you can see this. I don't know. This is not seeing it. Some things I wanted to show us. This is it. If you just go to Google and search printable color pages for children, you will see so much. I don't know. Can anybody see what I'm sharing with us? You can just print as much as possible, download them on your phone, and just share with a printer. Let the printer print it for you. Let your children color. Coloring is a very good way to get your children engaged. And you know what thing that color teaches? Coloring, it teaches you focus and attention. So perhaps you have a child who doesn't sit at a place. They can sit at a place coloring. Coloring is fun. So when you print out those things, you can photocopy as much as possible. And then you buy pencil crayons, and those big crayons, the small ones, just keep it for them. So there is a time in the schedule for the day for coloring, and you share these things. Somebody can sit down coloring for 1 hour, for 2 hours, depending on the complexity of what you downloaded. So today, when I was leaving, I just shared as much as possible because they enjoy it. By the time I got back, they had colored a lot, so they spent time coloring. Now they are not on the screen. You know all these things. By the time they are doing all this, they're having fun. They hardly remember that they wake up and is TV from morning to night, because that's what usually happens during the holidays. A lot of parents will just go and recharge DSTV and recharge their cable TVs, and the children will start watching from morning till night. From morning till night, they're watching TV. But when you take away TV and replace it with a lot of these activities, you now have a little time for television. So they watch TV from 2 p.m. to 3 p.m. every day, and that's it for the day. There are other activities so that your children don't spend too much time on the screen, and we know the effects. Now, you can also get the number 6, get empty cartons, papers, gums, sellotapes, scissors. For scissors, you have to be available so that they don't hurt themselves. That's after you must have taught them safety measures on how to handle sharp objects. Get color paint for them, get sharpeners. Just give them, let them start tearing those papers and creating things. We run a pharmacy. So once they bring in drugs, you see those carton of drugs, I don't discard it. I just bring it home. So I packed a lot of them this holiday. I just one corner of the compound. They just go there and do all the crafts. They can make slippers with it. They can make hand fan with it. They can build a house. So somebody is saying, I'm building a gigantic house today. They are in one corner of the place, building whatever they want to build. They can spend 2-3 hours building. And then when they are done, they use the paint, the color paints, the crayons to be designing whatever it is they created. So they are just spending time with their imagination, creating things, learning things. And in that place, you're going to be seeing your children's strengths. You're going to be seeing where your children are very good at, where they are not good at, where you need to come in to help them. That is the essence of the holiday. They are having fun, they are learning, and they are just being children. And now some parents will say that everywhere will be messed up. It's in the mess now. The mess is part of it. So get them to know that because they're already doing chores, they know that once they are done playing, they clear the place. If they're finished playing and they don't clear their place, the consequence is that you don't use those things for 2 days. And tell them they don't color and do all those things for 2 days. It's a lie. They will clear the place. So at the end of the day, you have peace, you have calm, and you're not running all over the place. The 7th one is that you can get games, get puzzles. See, buy puzzles for your children, age-appropriate puzzles, board games, chess, Scrabble. As I'm leaving, they are not asking me, do we watch television? They are asking, we need the Scrabble, we need the chess, we need the snakes and ladders, we need the Ludo. And I give them and I go my way. There is always something to get them engaged. Now, puzzles is one of those things that help the cognitive development, the cognitive part of the brain. And that's the part of the brain that is responsible for critical and analytical thinking. These 2 skills are necessary for people to do well in mathematics. So if your children are struggling with maths, this holiday, buy puzzles for them. Let them begin to piece those things together. You have according to their age. So younger toddlers can start with the 30-piece, 20-piece, 60-piece, 100-piece puzzles. You graduate to 500, 300, 1,000, as the case may be, depending on the age of your child. They will get engaged. Imagine trying to solve 500-piece puzzle the whole day. You do it and you go and eat, you go and rest, you come back to it. And you are highly engaged, and you are engaging the critical analytical part of your brain, the cognitive part of your brain. You're stretching that muscle. When they go back to school, that muscle, that part will have been stretched so much that they can assimilate mathematics easier. That's one of the things I used to get my first daughter to be very good, to start doing well in maths, because she struggled. Aside the fact that her father, who is a maths guru, took up her private teaching, puzzles was another thing. So always trying to solve those things, you're stretching that cognitive part of your brain. So it's something that we can do for our children. It's something that we can do for our children. Like I said earlier, get them to read the Bible. This doing their spiritual quotient. Get your children to read the Bible and organize Bible quiz, random Bible quiz for them. That is to know what they are doing. So this holiday, we have a devotional that after reading the devotional, we ask you questions on the things you're reading. So let's, in that their routine, let there be a time where they all sit together as children. You could be there, you could not be there, but they know that so time they are sitting down to read the Bible. And one thing we did in the house is that we shared the Bible reading. They take turns to do it. So this person is reading the Bible today. There is a small roster for reading the Bible. So the person reading the Bible that day, other people are listening. So you read the Bible, you explain it based on your understanding, you ask questions, and then you say the prayers. The next day, we started with Genesis. We're doing 2 chapters. So Genesis chapter 1 and 2. You read chapter 1 first and explain it. You read chapter 2 and explain it. And then you ask everybody questions. You're the one manning. You're the anchor. So you ask everybody questions. Whoever you like, point them. Ask them anything. So if they like, let them not be paying attention. They will answer the question. The next day, another person takes up chapter 3 and 4 and reads it and anchors it. So I started with it. I started reading it, anchoring it. So they saw how it's done and I let them do it. What are you doing? This thing helps your children to bond. They form a bond as siblings. It helps with sibling bonding. Imagine that they are sitting down reading the scripture and deciding on what it is about the scripture and praying afterwards. Asking questions is a good bonding activity for your children. All right. So when school resumes, we just take it down to a chapter because of the timing. But then there is always a reading, a Bible reading for them. So it's a culture. Whether I'm around or not, once that time comes, they know that this is what has to be done. And they go ahead and do it. Now, the ninth one is get them to cook. Get your children to cook this holiday. Engage your children in cooking. Create a cooking roster that each time you're in the kitchen, they will be there. Yes, you may say that it's going to be messy. The kitchen is going to be messy. It's going to be all that, but it is important. You're teaching them the skills. Cooking alone is that skill that teaches all the executive functioning skills in one. Cooking. If your children can learn how to cook early, the executive functioning skills, and what are they? They include the working memory, the emotion control, the focus, the task initiation, planning, prioritization, organization, time management, defining and achieving goals, flexibility, observation, stress tolerance, self-reliance. These are all the things that cooking can teach your children. Get them to learn to do knife work this holiday. Knife work. Let them learn how to do knife work. My 4-year-old does knife work, and when I do the video and send to my sisters, they are all screaming, this boy should not cut his hand. I say he cannot cut his hand because he has learned it. He has learned it. So they cut the food. See, I don't do a lot of things because they started early, and I use the holiday periods because holiday periods there's ample time, and I reduce my own activities. It's an intentional thing. So a lot of the activities I do during the holidays, I bring it down so that I can spend more time and teach the things I know that they need to be able to thrive. Because I don't have a lot of times. I don't have a lot of time on my hand, and there's just so much to teach. So, but you can still do your work, you can still do everything, but then create time. You can create time. If you can get your children to start cooking early, you will be amazed at the total, the effect it's going to have on every other aspect of their life, even in learning in school, even in ability to assimilate what they are being taught. These things, because it is the executive functioning skills. The executive functioning skills, they learn it in cooking. If your children can learn how to cook. So early on, if I'm in the kitchen, there's a roster of the person that will be with me in the kitchen. I don't mind the mess. So, but this holiday, we decided that they are going to start making major meals. Now, they can make light meals on their own independently. But the goal for this holiday is that they can make major meals independently. And we have started. Once I'm in the kitchen, all of them, the 3 girls and the 2 boys, everybody's in the kitchen with me, and they are doing one thing or the other. We are messing the kitchen, we are cleaning it up. As you're making a mess, you're cleaning up your mess. So me, I am trying to not get agitated that somebody poured water. I'm trying not to get agitated that they didn't cut the vegetable properly, because that's the process. They will not get it right the first time. Over time, they become good at it. So we need to spend time with our children cooking this holiday. Get your children to cook. Get your children to watch you cook at least. Let them watch you. Let them be in the kitchen with you and know how these things are done. And know how these things are done. It is very important. Number 10, let them play. Let your children play. Let them play. Let them go outside and play. It should be part of their routine. And also create time to play with them. Act drama with them, dance with them, is all part of the activities for the holiday. You know, when you craft what you need to do every day, and you have what we call the plan for the holiday, is a structure. You can put in different things. All these things we are sharing here. You can choose one for each day. Choose one for each day. Part of the routine. And you have a working template for the holiday. And trust me, you come out of the holiday, nobody wants the holiday to end, because during holidays, nobody wants it to end. When holiday is coming, everybody is excited because there's going to be activities. It's not boring. It's not boring, and nobody is screaming down their neck. Stay quiet, do this. No, because there's a plan and there's a structure. Now, another thing you can do is to learn a skill online. Learn a skill online. Learn a skill. You can decide. So one of the things we are learning this holiday is that they need to learn accents. Speaking, to speak fluently, So I'm teaching them to speak fluently. So what did we do? We went to go and bring check diction. We are watching diction videos, how to pronounce words, how to do. So I download the videos, I put it on their laptop. When it's time, they're sitting down, they're learning how to speak. You can learn knitting. You can decide, okay, get knitting materials for your daughters, get knitting materials for them, and download videos that teaches knitting. And they sit down on the laptop offline. You've downloaded those things, so there's no internet. They can sit and watch as these things are being done, and they are practicing on their own. Do you know by the end of the holiday, they could learn knitting and knit towels and knit a lot of things? There's nothing you cannot learn. Even bead making, you can buy those beads, download those things online. So every day, you know that this is what we're learning this holiday. So every day, this is the structure. This is what you do. You wake up, you do this, and after that, this is when you go online, you go open the system and begin to learn the bead making. Interestingly, nobody will be asking for TV. They won't be asking you for it. Yes, mama, go to the market. When my daughter started going to the market with me, they said I was abusing her. They said, hey, this woman, this is child abuse. Allow this girl to grow. I said, as in she's still in my stomach. She has not grown. This time she followed me to even the boys. It's time. I have a schedule. If I'm going to the market, who is following me? The person is dressing up and is walking with me. So when I go to the market, say, madam, is it the person? Is this one that is there? Is it this person's turn to follow? I say yes. So it's turn by turn. they follow me. All of them cannot come at once. There are plenty. But one person goes to the market with me. If I'm going, you're following me. I started with my first daughter. They said I'm abusing her. I say it's okay. No problem. Let the abuse continue. And they are enjoying it. Now, if I want to go to the market alone, it's like I've committed a crime. Everybody's sad. So it is important, because how would they learn? I know how old I was when I started following my mom to the market. And it didn't kill me. No, it taught us real life lessons. Very important. So they can learn all these things. They can learn to sing online, like I was saying. You can learn all these skills this holiday. You don't have to go and pay anybody. Let them be going for those. They can do that, but they can still sit in the house, and you're not at home, and your children are gainfully engaged, learning, and they're not playing truancy all through the holiday. And you're not killing yourself. When they are sitting down and knitting and doing all that, the house is cool, because everybody is learning something, and they are being productive. All right. Business can start from there, because they can become so good. They start selling to their neighbors, to their relations, to their uncles, and they are start marketing. You're teaching them financial skills from there. You're teaching them that you need to be productive. You need to give value. For money follows value. This is very important. Now, let me just give a few of the outdoor activities, and we call it a night. Outdoor activities. I can see Mama. That's my cue. Outdoor activities you can do is, take them to go and learn a skill depending on their age. Maybe pastries, cooking, hair making hair, ICT, coding, even swimming lessons. These are things you can do. And you can take them to visit sites, museums, iconic places, and you teach as you go. Remember the teachable moments. You make use of those teachable moments. You can go on dates with each of your children, or all of them. So you are going is mommy day out with the girls, or mommy's day out with the boys. Something. And it's part of the holiday plan. And it's something they're looking forward to. And you're telling them, you have to start following all the structures and routine for us to get to that 20th when we are going out. And if these things are not happening, that 20th, nobody should disturb my life, or we are staying in the house. And you see that everybody will want to be a part of it. You have less worry. You have less reason to be yelling and screaming down the whole place. All right. Visit friends if you have, and then travel. And travel skill is very important. It's also an opportunity to teach your children. And you must not travel out of, you must not be so financially demanding to travel. Travel skills are that they pack their bags, they know how to pack their bag, they know how to, make a list of the things they need. They could just go somewhere for the weekend, you go with them and come back. That's that. All right. So I'm hoping with these few things I've shared. I know that this may sound overwhelming, but how to avoid that is to sit down with your children. Sit down, let's tell them, let's create a holiday plan. All right, with all these ideas, and you share with them, what can we do from so day to so day? What do we do? Create a routine. Then keep these things, create consequences, just keep everything, and you will not be overwhelmed. Ask them for their opinion. That way, you have an amazing holiday. At the end of the holiday, you must have taught powerful skills. You must have bonded with your children. You must have gotten to know them, because when you spend time and doing all this, say, this my child is something else. You get to know your children individually. You get to have time to pray with them, pray for them, play with them, and really have fun this holiday, which is the main reason for why we have the holiday. Thank you so much for having me. Thank you, Mama Favor, for this opportunity. Thank you, everyone, for having me. How do I tell her that I'm done? Thank you. I'm done.
Oh, my God. Well done. Can you all hear me?
Yes.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Wow, thank you so much. Thank you so much. What do we say to Madam Unyi? Thank you so much. Please let me know that you can hear me. I need to know whether you can hear me. Thank you, Unyi. I don't know what the challenge is, why I
We
can't
can hear you.
hear her, but it's okay. But let me
can
know if
hear
you can
you.
hear me. Please, can we say thank you to Mother Loinye in the comment section? Please, let's say thank you, thank you. Let's appreciate her. Let's appreciate her. Can you hear me? Let's appreciate her. Can we appreciate her? Let's appreciate her. Oh, okay, let's appreciate her. Let's appreciate her. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you. So, yeah, so draw your Bible sword. So I wanted to say, for those of us who have younger children, you are blessed if you start these things early. My kids are now teenagers. I have 2 teenagers and 1 preteen who resumed school today, who came back from the holiday today. Do you get? So if you have younger children and you're hearing these things now, as you have children who are under 10 and you're hearing these things, you are blessed. But even if your children are already teenagers, you can still do something, because one of the reasons why they struggle when they become teenagers is because the foundation was not right. You know, the Bible says, if the foundation be destroyed, what can the righteous do? So it means your righteousness, being a lot of us here are Christians. Righteousness does not make up for faulty foundation. Write it in the comment section. Righteousness does not make up for your faulty foundation. So the Bible was even asking a question: if the foundation be destroyed, what can the righteous do? Listen to me. That a righteous, I'm using the word righteous now for those of us who are Christians. I'm a Christian. It doesn't raise children. Because one of the things because the Bible is asking, what can the righteous do? For me, I would say the righteous should go and rebuild the foundation. So it's very important. So I know the righteousness doesn't make up a faulty foundation. I mean, if a righteous man has a skyscraper, the skyscraper is faulty, the foundation of the skyscraper is faulty, and you're here saying my righteousness will cover for the faulty foundation. No, what you need to do, in fact, to show that you're truly righteous, is to pull down the building and repair foundation. Because if you don't repair foundation, a time is going to come, the entire building will collapse. So what we see a lot of young people collapsing, they collapse in relationships, they collapse in academics, they collapse under pressure, peer pressure. One of the reasons of that collapse is because some things were not done right. Are you people catching what I'm saying? Yeah. Now, all of these things by the grace of God were things, I don't know how the Holy Ghost helped me quite early in life. And it's because I'm a very, I love to learn. Right from when this last child who I went to bring from school, he turned 12 today. Right from when he was 2-3 years old was when I started all of these things with even his siblings. People see Grace, our daughter. I love this girl's boldness. I love this girl's accent. She learned it. The presentations, oh my God. I mean, those of you who have followed me, if you started following me since around August 2015, 2016, you'd have seen some videos. I wish I have lots of them. Some of them never even made it to social media. Where at the point where they'll be doing presentations, I'm recording them, I show them, I laugh. I have videos of where Covenant, our son, now is in the university. I have videos of him doing presentation when he was 8, when he was 9. Are you catching what I'm saying? So all of these things that Madam Onye has shared, they are important. Do it. Like for me, I already have what they are going to do this holiday. Like I said, these ones are now teenagers. So the content of what they were doing when they were children will slightly change because these are people who can reason on their own. It's very important. Like I said, the reason why you have a lot of children collapsing, just like they saw a building with a faulty foundation collapse, is because it's faulty. Now, this is a painting. You can download this. I'm the one that painted this, and I know how it took me a while to pay attention to the this thing I'm painting. Now, Grace, our daughter, learned painting, and she sketched this without the color. Sketched it because I have colored pencils in her. She sketched it and did exactly this. So even online, you can get still those printables of shapes, and even your teenage children can paint. I want to share a testimony. Something happened today. So I went to bring our, if you can hear me, let me know if you can hear me. I went to bring our last son today, who just came back. He's in JS1. He turned 12. He turned 12 in March. So he's in JS1. When I went to, because he's a boarding school, when I went to bring him, the salutes I was getting from the vice principal. In fact, I requested to see the proprietress because I wanted to tell the proprietress about the mom and daughter born in Port Harcourt. So I went with flyers to give her, and she said we should distribute it to the whole school. But when I sat down with the proprietress, it's a very big school in Port Harcourt. When I sat down with the proprietress and I was talking, Juma was just like, wow. You know what it means? The truth is when people interact with your children outside when you are not, that is when the work that you are doing is speak. And everybody was just talking. But there's something shocked me. You know this junior work they just wrote. Do you know what this boy did? That's why I say structure will teach your children self-leadership. This is something that I've always taught them. You know what he did? He's in JS1. After the people that wrote junior work, he went and collected the question papers. After they finished the exam, started solving junior WAEC maths. He solved it, went and gave it to the teacher. The teacher marked it. Guess what? The maths that was over 60, he got 57 over 60. I didn't ask him to do that. Initiative. Why? These things have been birthed in them during the holiday season. And he did that for English. Guess what? He came back and he told me, said, Mommy, he's in JS1. So by September, he's going to go to JS. He told me, said, Mommy, it can be used 2 years to prepare for junior work. Okay, this boy is very competitive. Do you get what I'm saying? So this is just to encourage all of us to do that. Again, one of the things I want to mention is your local language. Some of us, our children don't know how to speak our language. Try this holiday. They may not learn everything, even if it's just parts of the body, even if it's just greeting in your language. Let them learn. For those of us whose children have not learned how to speak, for me, it's one of the things I'm doing this holiday. It's a language. I've downloaded the videos already from YouTube, and they're going to sit down and learn. And I'm asking God to help me. I don't want to speak English this holiday. I want to speak it from the house. I pray I'm able to do that with my husband. So I want Madam Onye, thank you so much. Thank you so much for this class. I hope we got value. If you know you learned something from this class, I want you to say something in the comment section. I want you to say, you see, your children will be growing and you'll be happy. Behavior-wise, character-wise, comportment-wise. I went to school to pick him today. People are just greeting me up and down. Yes, in fact, when some people saw me, you know, some people said, I know you, are you Pastor Favor? It's a child into school. The boy instantly became a celebrity person because today is actually today is school. closed. Secondary. So a lot of parents were there, crowd was there. So I met a lot of people who now knew me, who follow me on social media. So they said, what are you doing here, ma? What are you doing here? Like I came to pick my son. So that is your son here. They wanted to see him. You know what I did? I now used that opportunity. Maybe they wanted to see him. They were all greeting me. People were just rushing me, coming to greet me. You know what I did? You know, I told you I came with mom and daughter bought flyer. And I gave the boy, and I said, this is my son. And I gave him flyer. I said, so share flyer to parents. Tell them your mother, Pastor Favor, is organizing fair. Come and see, they were collecting the flyer from him. I'm just saying this to say that when you start, it's going to look like it's a lot of work, but you're going to enjoy it. Of course, it will demand your energy, it will demand your creativity. But the truth is that it's going to be awesome. So let them play. Ensure that there's playtime. Our children, when they create, back in the days when they were much younger, when they create it, I tell them put the playtime. They are the one they create it and sit down and look at it. I look at what they do. There's no type of presenting we have not done in this our house. We have done debates. We have done presentations. We have done talk show. In fact, we had a talk show. There was what I had a talk. I wish I could find. We had talk show. Talk show. How old were they when we did that talk show? So make it fun. Enjoy and try to involve your husband. Don't do it alone. Involve your husband. Try as much as you can, especially during the presentations. Let your husband be there. Make it fun. I want to say a very big thank you to all of you who stayed. I'm grateful that this has become the Mother Inner Circle is adding so much value to you, to your business, to your family. If you look at the 4 cardinal things that I said we were going to deliver in Inner Circle: purpose, productivity, family success, and spiritual success. And you will agree with me that these 4 things are in sync in the model Inner Circle: purpose, productivity, family success, that's relationship success, and spiritual success. These 4 things. I want to say a very big thank you. Let me know in the comment section before I sign out, because I don't know if anybody's hearing me before I sign out. Okay? Thank you, all of you. Thank you. I'm actually monitoring with my other phone to ensure that I can hear myself. Thank you so much and have a fantastic night. Please, I'd like you to go and share in the. If you got value tonight, please, I'd like you to one more time say what you learned here. Go and share it in the WhatsApp group, and let's appreciate Mother Onye. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for sharing. God bless you. Bless you real good. Thank you so much. Okay. Yes. Thank you so much. So we here. Okay, fantastic. So you do all of that. People just love your kids. People just love your children because your children are gutsy. You know, it's not stereotyping. It's not stereotyping. It's not stereotyping. Hallelujah.
Amen.
It's not stereotyping. Praise the Lord. It's not stereotyping. God bless all of you.